Let's focus on another company, though. Jupiter Wagons, well, they delivered a good set of numbers. So the stock started off well in the green. I think as we speak as well, it's holding mildly in the green with a gain of around 1%. Last year was good. What's the way ahead? Mr. Vivek Lohia, the MD of the company, joins us on the show. Hi, sir. Good morning, and thanks a lot for joining in, Vivek. Well, give us three broad numbers. One is, what kind of a revenue growth can you do? Last year, I think you ended at around 3,600 crores. What is the margin trajectory and the order inflow target for FY25?
Yeah, good morning. So in terms of revenue growth, we are very clear. We are on an expansion mode and we are increasing capacity. So this in the coming financial year also, you will see a substantial growth in revenue. Further, we are adding new products. Last year, there was no impact of the braking business. This year, you will see a sizable impact on that business. On the wagon side, the momentum continues. We are seeing strong order books coming in. I think post-June, railway will again get into procurement mode. So you will see much more tenders coming out from railways. Recently, I think going forward, our focus is definitely on our wheelset business. Recently, we acquired the Bonatrans India business. Now, going forward, our idea is to definitely establish it. We are looking at doing sizable backward integration there. Where,
Vivek, let's take it piece by piece. That inorganic growth as well we want to talk about. Just for the last year, you did around 3,600 crores. Margins of around 13.5%. So let's take that out of the way first. You're expecting orders to come back post the elections. But what kind of revenue growth can you guide us, given the kind of acquisitions you have done? There's ramping up of capacities as well. So you did a big growth on a lower base. On 3,600 growth, margins, order inflow, three numbers.
Again, we are not, I'm not in the business of giving forward numbers. But what I can clearly say that you will see similar growth trajectory being maintained going forward, definitely. And that is because of it'll be led by I think the inorganic growth, the new businesses which we are adding, that will be a sizable contributor. And similarly, in terms of margins, because now with the wheel business being added, there's a lot of backward integration. The braking business will start contributing towards the margin. So you will see both growth in terms of margins as well as in terms of numbers.
Ms. Lohia, good morning. Prashant here. I understand you don't want to put down numbers, but you said you could expect similar kind of growth. 24 revenues went up. Of course, it was a big phenomenal year, 75%. Are you expecting growth in that ballpark in 25?
See, if you look at our trajectory over the last 2-3 years, we have been growing in similar way. So again, very difficult to put a number to it, but yes, you will see a substantial growth which will happen going forward, and it's very visible. The order books are strong, execution is improving. A lot of the inorganic growth, the company is set to take off in terms of the verticals which we have added. So. And in terms of the economy, we are not seeing any headwinds.
Got it. Ms. Lohia, could you two things? One, earlier this year received a large order from the railways, right? You said you're expecting more orders to come through post-June. If you can give us a sense of what will be put out as tenders, in your experience, given what we've already seen earlier this year. And the second, what is the capacity right now per month? Wagon capacity?
So we are right now doing close to about anything between 800 to 900 wagons we are executing per month. Idea is that this year we are going to ramp it up to about 1,000 wagons. And we are now adding a lot of specialized wagons, which are going to again contribute sizably towards our margins. So the kind of wagons today which we are manufacturing, none of our peers are doing in the industry. And these are wagons which are going to be the drivers going forward. So our idea is to add a lot of, technology in terms of our product mix.
earlier you had planned to launch an EV as well. You said you would launch it by the month of April. What's the latest on that?
Okay. No, so I had said the certification would be completed, and we are on track. We are expecting the certification any day. And the launch was around July, which we had said, and that also we are completely on track.
Okay, so you launch the EV by July, is what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Oh, and in which category will it be?
It'll be a commercial vehicle. It'll be in the 1-ton payload category, and that is where our focus is on the last mile. And we are looking to in this within the next 2 years, we are going to be launching incrementally new products between the 1-ton and the 3-ton category.
Okay, so will it largely be for the domestic market, or would you also be looking at exports? And overall, exports as a percentage of sales, how much is it now? How much do you plan to grow it by?
So EV, initially the focus is going to be the domestic market because, the capacity which we have and the kind of demand which we are seeing, I think the domestic market itself would meet all our capacities. In terms of exports, today, as a percentage, it's not substantial. But going forward, the braking business is going to contribute sizably towards the export business. And the wheel business which we have acquired, it will take us about 12 to 18 months to do the kind of backward integration which we have emphasized. Post that, you will see substantial exports happening to Europe because we already have the right technology in place, and we have a very strong partner who is looking to buy wheel sets from India.
Okay, all right. Since you've spoken about this inorganic growth that you talked about, you acquired Bonatrans India for around 271 crores. That's going to help you all with regard to exports, right? Tell us, what is the revenue out there? What is the current revenue? How do you see that scaling up at optimal levels? What kind of revenues can this acquired business do?
So currently, the revenues are small because they were focused mainly on the metro segment as well as the Vande Bharat. So the good thing is that the company has all the certifications. We are already supplying for the Vande Bharat, for the passenger business in India, as well as globally we are already supplying. So we have the necessary certifications. This year, we are looking at revenues of anything between 300 to 400 crores in that business. But as and when the backward integration happens, this year we are looking at to manufacture close to about 200,000 wheel sets. So you're looking at revenues of plus 2,000 to 3,000 crores. And, and with at least 40 to 50% of that will be exported.
Let me just get those numbers out of the way. From this acquired asset in the near term, that's for this year, you'll do 3 to 400 crores, right?
Yes.
And ultimately, you can scale it up to 2,000 crores.
Anything between 2 to 3,000 crores.
By when?
It takes typically these kind of expansions take at least 18 to 24 months is the target which we have in mind.
So by FY27, you'll do more than 2,000 crores from this acquired asset itself.
Yes.
And how much more money will you have to invest? Because this is going to be the big trigger in terms of revenue growth going ahead. Will you have to put some more capital in besides this 270 crores that you're paid?
Yeah, definitely. This requires substantial investments. We are looking at upward of 1,000 odd crores of investments. And even our partners they are going to be also chipping in, because for them also to secure their businesses in Europe, it is very important. As you're aware that, Europe today is struggling because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis which has happened. And most of the wheel sets, especially in the freight business in Europe, used to come from Ukraine and Russia. So they are looking at an alternative supply base.
Okay. Can you tell us what would be the share of private sector wagons in your incremental order inflow?
Well, the private sector wagon will continue to play a substantial role. So as we are increasing our capacity, I think, if you look at our order book today, it's more than 40% of our order books is private. And I think that trend will continue to remain there. And as I mentioned, you will in this financial year and going forward, you will see us producing more and more of specialized wagons with the much higher margins, which none
Sure.
of our peers are doing right now.
So
So
you
this
said
is in line with.
40%, it'll continue to be 40% of your orders from the private sector, right? And I didn't get the number. Overall, what kind of order inflows are you expecting by the end of FY25 and FY26 in terms of both wagons, the amount of wagons and the absolute term orders?
So currently our order book stands at about 7,000 crore plus.
Okay.
So I think idea is to continue to maintain these kind of order books, because you have to realize the executions is also going to go up quarter on quarter. And if you add too much of order book and not execute, then you're getting into late delivery penalties. So we are very circumspect when we add additional orders. But the incremental orders which are going to come is going to come from the other verticals. You will see a lot of orders coming on the wheel business, on the braking business, on the CV business. So that's where you're going to see other order books coming in.
Got that. So, I mean, I think the headline, of course, is that number that you gave, right? 2,000 to 3,000 crores from that Bonatrans India Pvt. Limited. They make wheel sets. But that's in a few years, at least 2-3 years, right? And that will require.
Yeah. And
1,000
but
crores of
year on year,
investments.
you're now going to see incremental revenues coming in. And this will play a substantial role in our business itself, because wheel sets today is about 30% of our overall cost of a wagon. So there you will see now that becoming in-house, and we are the only players who have this capacity. So you will start seeing incremental EBITDA margins coming in.
All right. Ms. Lohia, great to speak with you. Thank you very much. We wish you all the best and good luck. Speak to you soon again. So that is the management of Jupiter Wagons with some perspective on the numbers. The market had staged a nice, decent recovery. It's still off the lows.